Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Ever felt like life is pushing you towards something bigger, but you just can't figure out what it is? Maybe you're going through a time when everything seems to be changing rapidly. Your perspective on life is shifting, and you're feeling more connected to the world around you in ways that are hard to explain. What you're experiencing might just be a spiritual awakening, a profound and life-altering event that transforms the way you see yourself and the universe. But what happens after that initial rush of spiritual insight fades? Stay with me, and in this video, we'll dive into what happens after a spiritual awakening, how it changes your life, and how to keep growing. Watch till the end to uncover the hidden layers of this journey. What happens after the first awakening? Spiritual awakening is often imagined as a one-time event, a single moment where everything suddenly makes sense and clarity descends upon you like a bolt of lightning. But the truth is much more nuanced. Awakening is not a one-off event. It's more like a series of chapters in a book that keeps getting richer and more detailed the further you go. You don't just wake up once and understand everything. Life unfolds in layers, each one offering a new understanding, a deeper insight. Think of it as an ongoing relationship with the universe, one where every day presents an opportunity for growth and change. At first, the insights come fast and strong, and everything seems fresh, exciting, maybe even overwhelming. You might feel as if you're seeing the world through a brand new lens. It's thrilling, yes, but it's also a lot to take in. Over time, though, the intensity might ease off a bit. But here's the catch. That's not the end of the journey. It's just the beginning of a new phase. You're not going backward. You're entering a new level of awareness. As this happens, you begin to see the world in shades you hadn't noticed before. A sunset might no longer be just a sunset. It might evoke feelings of gratitude for the vastness of existence. A conversation with a friend might go from small talk to a deeply meaningful exchange. With every passing day, more of life's mysteries are revealed to you, but not all at once. This gradual unfolding allows you to fully absorb and integrate these lessons, making the transformation smoother and more lasting. You're not overwhelmed by too much insight at once. Like dimming the lights slowly in a dark room, spiritual truths come at the pace you're ready for. Cycles of awakening, the nature of growth. One of the most powerful realizations is that spiritual growth happens in cycles. Imagine it like the seasons. Just as winter turns into spring, followed by summer and fall, your spiritual path has similar stages. Each cycle has its unique lessons and challenges, and with each one, you become a more refined version of yourself. You might experience moments of great clarity and joy, followed by periods of confusion or emotional upheaval. This is completely normal. Sometimes, we want to hold on to that first burst of spiritual insight, the thrill of feeling awake to the world around us. But it's important to understand that those moments are just one part of a much larger picture. With each new cycle, you'll find that what you once thought was a final answer was only the beginning of a more complex, nuanced understanding. And that's the beauty of it. You aren't regressing, you're peeling away layers to reveal deeper truths. For instance, in one cycle of awakening, you might realize that life is interconnected, and your actions affect everything around you. In the next cycle, you might dive deeper into understanding how your thoughts and beliefs shape your reality. Then, perhaps in another phase, you'll learn to balance spiritual insights with practical, everyday life. Each new stage isn't about leaving the old behind. It's about building on top of what you've already learned, making your foundation stronger. And just as the seasons move at their own pace, so does your awakening. You can't rush through it. Each phase will last as long as it needs to for you to fully absorb its lessons. This patience with the process is key. It's easy to get frustrated when you feel like you're not progressing fast enough, but trust that each cycle brings with it the wisdom you need at the moment. Navigating challenges, the dark night of the soul. While spiritual awakening brings about an incredible sense of joy, peace, and interconnectedness, it's not without its challenges. One of the toughest parts of this journey is what's often called the dark night of the soul. This is when old beliefs, fears, or unresolved issues come to the surface, forcing you to confront parts of yourself that you'd rather avoid. But here's the thing. These dark nights are not a sign that something is wrong. They are a necessary part of the awakening process. Just as a seed has to push through the dark soil to reach the sunlight, you too have to go through periods of darkness to reach new levels of awareness. It's a process of purification where the things that no longer serve you are brought to light and released. It's not easy, but it's essential for your growth. In these moments, you may feel lost, uncertain, or even overwhelmed by emotions you don't fully understand. You might question your path, wonder if you're doing the right thing, or even feel disconnected from the spiritual insights you've gained. But remember, this too is part of the cycle. You're not going backward. You're breaking down old barriers to make room for something new. During these dark nights, grounding yourself is more important than ever. This doesn't just mean physically grounding by connecting with nature, though that can help. It also means staying rooted in your daily life, continuing your routines, spending time with loved ones, and not isolating yourself completely. As tempting as it might be to retreat into isolation during these challenging times, staying connected to the world around you helps you integrate the lessons you're learning. And as you emerge from the darkness, you'll find that you've gained a deeper sense of self and a stronger connection to your spiritual path. Integration and balance. Bridging spiritual and everyday life. One of the biggest challenges after the initial rush of a spiritual awakening is learning to integrate these profound insights into your everyday life. It's one thing to feel deeply connected to the universe in a moment of meditation or contemplation, but it's another to carry that sense of connection with you when you're stuck in traffic, dealing with a difficult boss, or just handling the daily stresses of modern life. This is where grounding comes into play in a big way. Grounding is about staying connected to the earth, to your body, and to the practicalities of daily life, even as you explore higher spiritual realms. You might find yourself drawn to practices like gardening, spending time in nature, or even cooking as ways to stay rooted in the physical world while you explore the spiritual one. These activities help you maintain balance and prevent you from feeling too spaced out or disconnected from reality. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that spiritual awakening means transcending the physical world, but in reality, it's about learning to live fully in both realms, spiritual and physical. This balance is crucial. It's not about escaping life's challenges, but rather facing them with the wisdom and insight gained from your spiritual journey. In fact, some of the greatest spiritual teachers emphasize the importance of living in the moment, of bringing spiritual awareness into the mundane tasks of daily life. Whether it's washing dishes, talking to a coworker, or even walking the dog, each moment is an opportunity to practice presence and mindfulness. The more you do this, the more integrated your awakening becomes, and the easier it is to live in a state of flow. The role of love and compassion, expanding your heart. Another powerful effect of spiritual awakening is how it expands your capacity for love and compassion. You might find that as you go through each cycle, your heart grows in ways you never thought possible. It's not just about feeling more empathy for the people in your life, though that's certainly part of it. Your love might extend far beyond your close circle. and you could start to feel a deep connection to people you've never even met, or even to the planet itself. It's not uncommon for people who are going through a spiritual awakening to develop a profound sense of responsibility for the earth, animals, and nature as a whole. This isn't some abstract idea. It's a feeling deep in your soul. You see the sacredness in everything, and that feeling naturally leads to a desire to protect and nurture it. Think about the small ways you might already be feeling this shift. Maybe you've noticed a new appreciation for nature. Trees seem more alive, the air feels fresher, and the rhythm of the seasons becomes something you tune into. Or perhaps you found yourself more drawn to charitable work or helping others in need. These aren't just random acts. They are the natural result of your heart opening wider. This process of opening up is like the blooming of a flower. At first, the petals are closed tight, protecting what's inside. But as time goes on, the flower opens up to the world, allowing the sunlight to pour in. Each cycle of awakening can be seen in this way. A gradual opening, where each petal represents a new layer of understanding and compassion. With time, you might find that your compassion extends beyond just people or animals. You may begin to feel connected to life in all its forms, from the simplest blade of grass to the entire cosmos. It's a profound shift that makes life richer and more meaningful. And when your heart expands this way, you realize that love truly is the most powerful force in the universe. The journey continues. So what happens after the first spiritual awakening? In a word, more. More growth, more insights, more challenges, more love, more compassion, and more connection to the universe. The journey never truly ends, and that's the beauty of it. With each new cycle, you'll find yourself evolving, expanding, and deepening your understanding of life and your place in it. Spiritual awakening isn't about reaching an end goal or achieving some kind of spiritual perfection. It's about embracing the ongoing nature of the journey, allowing yourself to be changed by it, and finding joy in the process. You don't need to have all the answers, and you don't need to rush through it. Life unfolds at its own pace, and the more you trust that process, the more peaceful and fulfilling your journey becomes. As you continue to awaken, remember that this is a personal and deeply unique path. Each person's experience is different, and there's no right or wrong way to navigate it. The important thing is to stay open, stay curious, and keep moving forward. You're part of something much bigger than yourself, and every step you take brings you closer to understanding that truth in a deeper way. Thank you for taking this journey with me. If you found value in this, please like the video and share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe and continue your awakening journey by watching one of the videos showing on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.